I am absolutely, positively obsessed with this game, and that is the only intro that's required. Let's dive back in to Dishonored Episode 2. Man, if I was not sick right now, I would have binged this thing from a Friday to a Sunday. You would not have seen me, heard from me, anything. I would have started to finish this in like 48 hours. All right, here we go. So we're picking back up on the outside of the sewers right before we go meet whoever saved us, our mysterious savior. So let's tell him we're ready. All right, Samuel. Beechworth, take me. Nice mutton chops.
Get in. We've got a hot meal and a warm bed waiting for you.
All right, old man, let's go. The whale. Talk to Samuel. That was a whole mission. Okay, interesting. I would have stopped it at this point had I known. Dang. Okay, mission stats. Hostiles killed 10. Civilians killed 0. Alarms rung 0. Dead or unconscious bodies found 1. Overall chaos high. No, not the ranking system. Didn't kill anyone. Is that a bonus? Ghost never detected. Dang. Runes found 0 out of 0. But that's okay. That's showing us, there was more coins to be found. Opened Jelly's safe. Discovered the hermit's room. I'm tempted to replay and challenge myself, but we know going forward. Dang! We're gonna get a report card at the end. Oh man. Okay, well now that I know the structure, the Hound Pit's pub, I've got some ideas. I've got thoughts. Okay. We've got a whole ranking system. I'm a sucker for trying to get A's, so we gotta do our best. The B's of the knees. Check the journal to review notes. Okay, here we go. So the Hound Pit's pub is the mission kind of section, I guess. Hidden in an old bar on the river, your new allies have plans to share with you. Meet with the Loyalists' inner circle to learn what they've got in mind. Okay, let's do this. The Loyalists. Pratchett Warehouse.
Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose and he don't know a thing.
Where he least expected. Look at that.
If anyone finds out what we're up to, the watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
Yeah. Look how tall that tower used to be.
Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists.
Havelock?
The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Done well. Gosh, the world building's incredible. The Hound Pits. Mission clue updated. Okay, let's see this. Mission clues. Resources. Same. Meet the Loyalists. And you can see the hidden ally faces. Hidden in an old bar on the river. Right beneath him. The Lord Regent. Samuel, the boatman, has smuggled you across the river from Coldridge Prison. He works for an underground movement opposed to the illegal reign of the Lord Regent, and has brought you to meet the members of the organization. The illegal reign, is that on the heels of the Empress being murdered? He's not supposed to be the... I guess he's not supposed to be the king or the emperor. Maybe it always falls to the female in this society. And so it should have gone to, because it did say that Emily is the next in line. She's to inherit the throne upon the death of her mother. All of these machines. The glow. I'm going in the water. Full swim. Ow, something's attacking me. Ow. What the heck is that? What? What was that? There. Is that a slaughterfish? I swear if that's a slaughterfish. Mmm. Okay, don't go swimming in strange waters. Now I want to see what it's called. Look at that thing. Ow! Ow! Okay, I gotta go, I gotta go. I don't know what I was expecting. I know it was still gonna devour us. Wow. The river looks disgusting. Seen some better days. I feel like I can smell the death, you know? Surprised at how much I'm swimming in the water. Subnautica changed me. Yeah. I don't know. The death of all the whales just feels like it hangs thick in the air. I don't know if there's really anything to find over here, but we'll see. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, look at this. Coin. I'm determined to find more of the coins. Cool. Except... now I'm a bit stuck. There we go. Look over there. Fish. Evil fish. Evil fish. They're gonna bite my butt. Evil fish. Look at all of this stuff. Jellied eels. Jellied eels by the river. Someone had a grand old time. I'm in love with this art. Wow. 23. Look at the brickwork, the smokestacks. So industrial. Okay, we've got evil fish. We gotta go, we gotta go. I do like that they had something predatory even in the water. The guy's probably like, excuse me? You're supposed to be meeting with some important people. What are you doing? Hello? Stay on task. I'm a Nooks and Crannies creator. I tell you guys this all the time. Look at the reeds, the cattails. I keep wanting to find buried treasure. Like, what's this? What is that? Blue-jawed hagfish eggs. Straight from the vine. Straight from the vine. What's that? Trash can? No, it's one of those hound cases. Oh, my water. Or my oxygen. Okay, my only other thought is that maybe... oh, you know how you were supposed to get to it? You know how there's a bunch of different ways you can get to things? I think you're supposed to jump on top of it. I think I was being a silly goober. Yeah. I was supposed to over here. Yeah. Parkour. Parkour. I wonder if there's anything on top of it? No. Okay, so you definitely can't swim out there, but I'm wondering if any of these lights, these buoys and stuff, if they have anything by them. Probably not. But I'm tempted to swim and find out. I'm gonna go on this rock. It's so dark and scary. I don't know if I like this. I don't like it. Nothing here. Nothing. I feel like there's gonna be something worse than a slaughterfish. More of these eggs? No. No more of the eggs. Let's pop up over here. This feels like a spot to put something hidden. Oh, what's this? Ore. Tivian ore that's washed ashore here? strange. Sneaking in the grass. They really allow you complete freedom of movement. Like, it's much more open than you'd expect. Huh. What the heck? I mean, I guess they allow you to go anywhere within the parameter. I don't like it. I'm scared. No, I don't like. I don't like. Go back. No, 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 no. Okay, it's time to meet the loyalists. But I'm gonna get a better score. I'm going to find probably not all the coins, but a decent amount of it. Looks like something's right here. Rocks. I guess I would have expected to find more of the ore in the water. Because it seemed like it had washed ashore. What's that? What's this? Processed whale oil. More coin. There's stuff beyond. Yeah, this is where okay, that's where I kind of was. Like, how cheeky is that? Most people would go straight to the loyalists. Like, who takes the time to swim out in all of this water? Oh, there's more of that stuff. The hagfish eggs. That's definitely a slaughterfish. Getting my PTSD from my last run. The color of the palettes. I want to get up on that bridge. I wonder... Could you? No. Maybe? Wait, I was gonna go to the loyalist, but now I want to see something. Probably not. He's coming after me. It's just a swimming simulator. This area. Can I climb up it somehow? It's like, I don't know about this one. This Corvo guy just really seems to like swimming. He's not helping us a lick with our ultimate plans, but the guy's a little bit of a part-time fish. Can I go up this? No. Let me up. I just want to believe there's more stuff. Like over here even. What's that big? Oh, it's the shadow of that. Okay, it's kicked me back. What was that? What was I on top of there? Ugh. Let go of me. Okay, I'm getting attacked by a bunch of them. No, I don't think there's a way to get up there. I needed to try. There's all of this stuff. Unless... Pick me up. What about over here? Okay, so you can wait. Okay, where from here? And jump. No. Okay. Let me pick up some eggs for the road and I'll head out of here. Finally, the loyalists. You know what, though? I bet there's some good stuff coming out of this. Yeah. Can you get on the other side of this? The slaughterfish. I feel like if you could get in that sewer, there'd be some really good stuff. Okay, I'm here. I'm back. I know you wanted me to meet you right away, but hey, we found some gold. And if we're gonna be extreme treasure hunters in this, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all the gold, but they're that way. But I want to go this way. Whoa. 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 A copy of Teeth Map? Cape of Teeth Map. Cape of Teeth. Cape of Teeth. Oh my goodness, this is such a me game. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandesian continent as a place of wonder, where all of life has entwined and blossomed across eons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults of submen engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have traveled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there, in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. The mysteries of Pandesia. Pandesia. New notes added to the journal. See, and this is why I love these type of games that reward your exploration. Okay, drop that. I want to be completely undetected. What is that? Cigars Sophisticated? Emma's Hardware. For all your hardware needs. We have been supplying the city of Dunwall with top something shelf hardware over a century. Believe us when we say that we know what you're talking about. What we're talking about. Curfew. The boldest measures are the safest. This reminds me so much of just like a bunch of those fantasy novels that I love where, I don't know, there's some kind of curfew and walls like built up to keep people separate. I mean, obviously this is because of a plague and everything like that. But, oh, what did I most recently read that it's triggering memories of that? It was so good. But what was it? It was a while ago. I mean, that's kind of, I guess that kind of is a lot of different things. I want to scale the walls. I want to go everywhere. Down there. So is this the symbol for the loyalists? Or no, this would be this. I guess we need to get our symbol 101. The hound pits. All of those barrels. What's here? Keyhole. Exit keyhole. Huh. Train, maybe? Wait. Some kind of interrogation space? A cage of some sort. Hound pits key. Oh, that is the hound pits. Okay. That makes sense. Let me see if I can scale this. No. Wait. There. Ha! If you can think it, you can do it. I like her little, the pitter patter on the cobblestone. What's this? Huh. I guess it's a port district.
The month of rain. Stay alert.
The month of rain. What is this? April? Okay, I'm climbing everything except for what I need to be doing. Don't mind me. Oh, hey. Shh. Okay, this is gonna be such a cool way to stop. Oh, what is that? The golden cat? Is that what it says? The golden cat. I keep thinking that I can grab stuff. That I'm in BioShock. I can be like, come here. I love the possibilities, though. I want to climb to the top of that. See, I think that's the symbol of the loyalists. Or something, well, blood from the eyes.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact.
Unbreakable door. I love the idea of being able to, I'm like, I love. I sound like a broken record, but I'm obsessed with everything they implemented in this game. The use of keyholes to be able to see stuff. That's just so clever. Rats, disgusting things. Oh, are they down below me? Was I supposed to come in a different way? Medicinal herbs. Look at the beams, the pipes. Huh. Corvo's chambers. I think I broke into my house. I think I should go talk to them. This is what I do. I somehow find my way forward in a game when I'm not supposed to. I get to places before I'm supposed to be there. The finest ladies in all the isles, skilled in the sensual arts. Aged whiskey of renown. The golden cat. Okay, I feel foolish now. I was thinking kitty cats. But I see now the error of my ways. Promotes robust health and fitness. The Sokolov's elixir. Sure to protect your family from the ravages of the rat plague. And there's Creeves lightning oil. The posters are awesome. I like how the bed, you know what? That's why I like this. I've talked about this before. Something about more modern games, whenever they try to make some room look disheveled, it's too like perfectly disheveled. This is like the best. I mean, I understand they just took a bed and was like, but even like the use of, I don't know, creating the imperfections and the littering of all this trash, the cobwebs. I imagine it's a lot harder to make a space feel run down and, you know, I guess ignored and neglected than it seems. So like just the slight changing of the rug. See, and I like, one thing that drives me crazy is in games when they try to make something look disheveled, they like kick up a corner of a rug. And I'm like, nobody does that. I never actually see that. This is more realistic where it would be slightly like crooked or off center or something. But they did a really nice job with this. Oh, we can turn on water. Oh. Hey. Can't believe I actually get water. Has spread downriver. And even just putting the covers on some of the furniture to imply that nobody's been here for a long time. And it's not being actively used. Whoa! I can go there. Wait, let me see this. What's here? Keyhole first. We need to get into the habit of being sneaky, stealthy. The stairs. I should probably go see those people, shouldn't I? I don't know. I like to think that these games encourage playing it however you would. I love the lighting. I'd like to see a little bit of light streaming through. I guess it kind of is. Okay, I gotta go this way. I have to scratch this itch. Same thing. Blood from the eyes. Blood from the eyes. I just want to sprint and jump. No, it's too shallow. It'd be way too shallow. It'd be so shallow. There's no way. Hey, check this out. Instead of... No. I was like, voice recording. I need to be careful before I fall. Coin of 10. I am sure many of you guys have tried to 100% this, and it has driven you up a wall, finding every last coin unbreakable. Oh, okay, what? Is this where Emily's being held? There's something in there. I'm waiting to see a person's face on the other side. You can see the woodwork inside implies elegance. More of a regal, rich style. But there's dolls and a tree. I feel like the dolls are indicative of a younger child. There's two people right there. And they're right by my space. So somebody who I'm checking on? But whoever killed the Empress stole Emily. So that's the only reason why I think it can't be her. Oh, there is something I wanted to do. Before I go down. The sprinting. I want us to go here.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Lady Emily Caldwell was abducted 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Her mother's terrible murder.
Okay, wait.
Anyone with information leading to the location or return of the daughter of our
Oh, nice.
required to speak to the city.
Processed whale oil. We did it. Docs. The golden cat. Anytime you build a world with a city too, it's gotta be difficult. I don't know, that's all I can say. It's gotta be difficult because a city where it's open, like it has the feeling of being
You startled me. Ah, you could only be Corvo. I suppose you're practicing for your, well,
Oops.
your job. You're much younger than I expected.
uh,
Do make yourself at
Lydia.
home. Terrible you got blamed for the death of the Empress. Rest her spirit.
the first person I meet would be a girl named Lydia. Wait, I need to talk to you.
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic though, isn't it?
Sorry, what?
I used to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me. You can call on Cecilia for the more menial tasks.
Cecilia.
It's what she's
Cecilia.
for.
Dang.
I hope the bed's to your liking. Let me know if you have trouble sleeping.
Lydia, are you about to be my house, Carl?
Extends from sundown
Are you gonna be my, not my house, Carl. Are you gonna be my, oh, what was she? My steward. What did she become? The boldest measures. I didn't mean to hop in this way, but now that I'm here, I guess I'll go this path. Interesting portrait. This wallpaper must have been beautiful in its prime. Excerpt from a series of Overseer Invocations by High Seer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy gray wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions, so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes, in far places, we will strike at them swiftly, before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. So pick up on the fact that this book is next to this painting, and it says, from the foggy gray wastes of the outsider. That must be the visual depiction of the outsider. Think about it, foggy gray wastes, and you see what appears to be a single individual in this painting. The outsider could be symbolic of a lot of different things. Could be a specific person, but I also feel like, okay, they're further down. I feel like it also could just be anyone who stands to spread what they've have determined to be lies. Anybody who's other than them. Plague ordinances. 202? Whoa. I guess I'll be able to explore. Let me go talk to, well, what if you can't? I want to read this too. Excerpt from the Book of Sea Shanties. What will we do with the drunken whaler? It was drunken whaler. Early in the morning. I wish I could sing this right now. I can't. I'm gonna have to put this in our pocket and we're gonna have to come back. It's mostly the same. Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner. Feed him to the hungry rats for dinner. Way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over. Dang, that's such a cool play on that. That's such a cool. I just love everything about this game. I need to stop. Like, I sound like a broken record, but everything they did is so cool. This is such a me game. This is so, and I wish I wasn't sick because I don't sound that thrilled. I just want to be able to like fully express how cool I think this is. Oh, should we have a little Geralt moment? A little. It's nice that they've depicted a bathroom too. You guys know how I feel about this. You never get to see bathrooms in games. Powdered crystal. Toilet. They actually have a toilet. They actually have a toilet. Okay, we've got like 3 books that I want to read real quick. So many books. So many books. Okay, this is so exciting. Look at the wallpaper. The dinginess of it. Oh my gosh, they did such a great job with this. The tall wainscoting too. Man, I am geeking out and I'm gonna try to go get some water for my throat and I'll be right back because this is so sick. Now I see why you guys have recommended this for me since the get-go. Like, this is insane. Okay, I doubt I'm gonna sound any better, but we're just gonna do it. Okay, but this is a volume 2. And I need volume 1 before we can read volume 2. So I'm gonna come back to that. That seems like a good book to have next to the toilet. That's actually hilarious. I didn't put that together until just now, all the books to read. The Young Prince of Tivia. Excerpt from a theater play. Lord Nathan Bale, shaking with outrage. How dare you, sir? How dare you, sir? Clothed so in my very home? I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tivian. Prince Kalisar, moving closer. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Dang. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. Lord Nathan Bale, stammering, studying the younger man before him. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal. Oh my goodness. This reminds me of when I was playing through Skyrim. And there were a couple different books that also kind of were doing plays. I mean, I guess it's giving the young Prince of Tivia is kind of giving the lusty Argonian maid a little. Oh my goodness. Prince Kalisar, smiling coyly, reaching out. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family. I love it. I'm living for the drama of this. Lord Nathan Bale, gasping. Oh my, Kalisar, your skin is so warm. It burns. Wait a minute, wait, what? Oh my, Kalisar, your skin is so warm. It burns. The shadow on bitter leaf. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. Excerpt from a longer work of fiction. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. Like a stitching? It must have been stitching, right? A morbid fascination pushed me closer, until she turned her blank face toward me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended. These are some intense works of fiction. What in the penny dreadfuls am I reading? My goodness. We need to find a Gaffer Tale Volume 1. We must find the first one before I read the second one. On their face and chest area. To be turned in. The flooded district. Something tells me we'll be there later. Pub master room. Oh, look at this library and the books. I'm surprised the books have been left here and not... I guess this room is quite intact. Yeah. There's blood in the water. Or something. What does it say? I can just barely make it out. The birds are red. Maybe a whale in the water? Or a person. Scary. I like the storytelling through the art, though. Decorative. Okay, they're a decorated war veteran of some sort. General, perhaps? Gaffer's Tale Volume 2. Gaffer's Final Passage. That's a second Gaffer Tale. Oh, do you see the legs on this desk? Squiggle bobs. Squiggly bobs. But beautiful. Trunk? Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna sneak that. Close that. Gaffer Tale Volume 1. Dang. Okay, I'm going to try to read this. I'm gonna try to put a note in my head mentally to come back. Because it's just too long with this voice. You guys know it's too long. Y'all would be like, girl, get some water. I love this bedspread, though. The bedspread's so beautiful. It looks more like a wallpaper. A pouch. Admiralty and the Fleet. Okay, that's another one. That will give us insight to who this was, though. These works of art are beautiful. The lighting on the Seoul Tower. Oh, something about it reminds me a little bit of FF8 with the lighthouse on the seaside. Radiator. The side tables being the metalwork legs with the wooden base. Ooh. Must get cold here, or I guess he's cooking coffee. Havelock log entry. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge? And if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him the odds of 1 in 5. Thanks for the... Okay, Havelock. Thanks for the show of faith.
Log entry 1-4. It seems we have moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. Pendleton's voting block and my military connections. All we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us.
That's
or
where...
more than capable of that, I have no doubt. And Bob.
And that's where I come in.
Switch. Where the hell is the...
I like the voice acting as well. The voice acting is quite well. That was a Havelock entry then? Okay, I'm gonna try to read one of those. I don't want to fall behind on my reading, and I want to make sure that I'm It was this one. Okay, on naval history. Maybe if I slowly chip away at them over this whole episode, I won't kill my voice. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of the Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship. Reminds me of Bristol. And family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill over the deck and begin their butchery and processing. Even as the ships return to Dunwall, the crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, which we've seen ourselves. Coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies, such as the Graves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of those creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. That's a eloquent way of talking about the butchering of the whales. But I guess that was, yeah, he said the ship designs of Anton Sokolov. In times of war and peace. Switching their wartime ships to, I suppose, be optimal for the harvesting of the whales. Okay, so we do want to still read the Gaffer's Tale, a Gaffer's Tale. But I'm gonna give my voice a mini rest for a second. Love this bench, the greens, the green hues. Now that's fascinating. The legs on this bench feel more like the legs for a single seat rather than a bench. Oh, these have a name and I can't think of them right now, but I know I actually just ordered some for my house. You can put them on the corners too. Not corbels, not corbels. Corbels are up here, but that looks so grand. Oh, and actually the wallpaper is a little more intact here. Okay, let's close that. 202. Okay, I went to the bathroom. I went over here. It's where I need to go to meet them. I'm gonna keep exploring. Ceiling texture is interesting. 201. I like how she's not saying anything as I'm peeping into somebody's room. Oh, what's this? Inch mouth decor plate. Oh, 100. Great Scott, that's a lot of money. Another trunk, pouch. I'm just stealing from the people that are housing me. Don't mind me. Oh, wow. It definitely feels like a fantasy take on London, right? Like something about that reminds me of the bridge and everything. The skyline a little bit. Apricot. What was...
My furnishings have been installed at last with no amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which, Wallace, please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
Who stays in this room? Let's see if it'll tell me through the notes. Pendletons. That was Pendleton's arrival. That was Havelock's log. My gadgets. The streets. Don't see many horses. I don't know, I was thinking like horse-drawn carriages and things. I think it's everything in his room. There's the wine that he talked about. That says whiskey though. Wait a minute. That's not the red. What was that? Wallpaper torn down. I like that background music. Yeah, the way that they did the disheveled rugs. I'm liking it. The second floor. I think this goes all the way back up to the other side of my place. Oh, it's walled in. Wait, this one's walled off. Is that the other side of mine? Maybe. Linens. Oh, Lydia. Lydia? Okay, she doesn't talk to me. I'll tell you what, if there was a rat plague going on, no matter what, I wouldn't be wearing that outfit. You would get it'd be so easy to get it dirty. No, this is my place. The little white stockings would take forever to get clean. Okay, so let's go all the way down here. Let's finally, why is this walled off? Maybe a plague? Can I get to it from the other side? Something about the running makes you feel like you're sprinting in a very specific manner. Like I can see it being like a thief's run. I don't know how to describe it. Just feels like a thief run.
Remember, the boldest measures are the safest.
The boldest measures are the safest. I want to head over there too. What is that? Looks like a portrait. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something really smooth about my run. Still got a fair amount of wine and whiskey, or whiskey. Pour the water. I'm so impressed by the world. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, a beautiful red. Okay, let's find out our mission. He slipped out like it was nothing.
Not surprising. He was the personal bodyguard.
Attention, citizens.
Shush.
The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list.
If someone could get to the Empress and young Lady Emily.
No one knows the truth.
Trevor.
We'll know the truth in time.
He's strong and quick. But I hope he understands subtlety as well.
This isn't one of your fancy dress parties. The reality is that we need men killed. Have you ever killed a man?
Only with my wit. But it's a fair point as always. He'll be here soon and I'm looking forward to meeting him.
I like that voice. It sounds like one of the animes that I've seen, but I can't put my finger on it. Okay, I'm gonna talk to some of the people. I'm just making sure. A shop of some sort.
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress. I'm sure the Admiral is anxious to meet you. It wasn't easy getting you here.
No.
I wouldn't hang about if I were you. From what I understand, time's getting short.
He looks like a pilot. He's giving Sid energy. The Lord Regent is a shriveled... Oh, yeah. Yeah, what is that? You know what? I wonder if that's a symbol to where I'm supposed to blink. I wonder if because you can blink through walls, right? I wonder if that's what that's indicating. You cannot kill the rat plague.
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help?
Hello, sir. I am Wallace, and this is Cecilia.
I heard about
We
Cecilia.
have been informed of your arrival and will do our best to stay out of your way.
Is that
while you
Houndstooth?
conduct your business.
Yes. Lydia's a servant here as well.
Wallace?
If I may, I am the personal assistant to Lord Pendleton.
Oh, I did
and
hear
one of
your
the
name.
Senior servants at Pendleton House, as was my father. Now I am entrusted with this house, the home of the Loyalists. I have never seen the Admiral fail at any venture. If order can be restored to the city of Dunwall, I believe he can do it. If anyone can get your old life back, it's him.
What if I don't want my old
need to
life
tell
back?
you, if the authorities investigated this place, we would be hard-pressed to explain ourselves.
I believe it. No amount of whiskey could cover it
We
up.
brought a few trifles over from Pendleton Manor. A touch of home in these trying times. Your room in the loft should assure your privacy.
I just want to see how many different voice lines they have.
Lord Pendleton was once a close ally to the Lord Regent.
Really?
But there was a great shuffling of the aristocratic families. My lord was attacked by vipers from all sides.
Interesting. That explains
I
the
understand
taking
you were
down
once
with a
welcome
wit.
at court before the murder. May I say I am relieved to have another man here who knows the courtly world. This building has stood here for over 3 centuries. As long as Lord Pendleton calls it home, I would defend it with my life. I may well have to.
I mean, he puts the loyal in loyalist. Okay, that's everything from Wallace. That's an impressive amount of dialogue that they give you. Welcome to the Hound Pits Tavern. That's interesting. Oh, sorry. Sorry. How do I put my weapons away? How do I? Oh no. I'm gonna walk into a conversation like this. Oh my goodness. Just gonna go over here to the... Oh, I wonder if I could have gone this way. This has to be the longest somebody's taken before going to talk to them. But there's just so much to do. So much to see. Look at this. Look at this. What's this? Look. Okay, there's nothing here. But what about over here? No. Maybe? No. But you never know. I want to talk more to... Was it Cecilia? What is that? That feels like something too. Like it's hiding something. Get up. Wait, what's this? This is what happens when you guys give me too much freedom. I'm like, I'm gonna run around everywhere. Report any sickness. Okay, so maybe there's something a little bit ironic about me playing this when I'm dying. Obey the city watch. Tampering with security devices is punishable by death. Look at that gate. How many people are left to even save? They probably don't care if it wipes out the entire city. The X sickness was here. Hold on, what's this? Abandoned apartment key. Wonder if it's somewhere nearby or somebody hands it to you. Okie dokies. I think I'm ready. I think I'm finally ready. Wait, no. What's this? We are the only authorized agents for Harold Blythe's hand-carved limbs.
Distillery district. Due to risk of infectious contact, violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
If you or a loved one has lost a limb at sea, waging war against the terrible beast there, you will be delighted with Mr. Blythe's work. We accept coin only, no trade, no barter. If you or a loved one has lost a limb, why, of course. It's good to know. I feel like, what if that's foreshadowing? Am I gonna lose a limb? Bitter Leaf, they're a crematorium. And Fluid Works. We read something about Bitter Leaf. Allow us to remove your departed loved ones. Full incineration with no remains but ash. Retrieval from your home with gentle handling. Oh my goodness. Just smells like death through the screen.
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only
8 to 11.
is to bring them to the city watch. They will be taken
Same
to
thing.
the flooded district for treatment.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm officially ready. Let's go meet them. I'll go in through this way. Thanks, Samuel. The Loyalists. I love the glass. The stained glass. Okay, put my weapons away. How do I put my weapons away? Oh my gosh. I keep doing that. I'm wasting all my bullets. Put the bullets away. You'd think it would just be B, but it's not. Maybe it'll naturally go away. Wow. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. The woodwork. Oh, coins. Snacks. Oh.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And
there.
I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This
The
is
beer.
a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
I like
Sorry.
that.
You must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
This industrious mind.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician.
Meet the loyalist.
He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need.
Wow, a beer and then a
Talk to him, and then get some
cigar. Good for
We can
him.
talk more when you've rested.
Or a cigarette. Oh, wow, and they actually showed that he drank some of it.
Be with us, Corvo. Nothing against the others, but there's no substitute for a man who's done his service for the crown.
I mean, I haven't agreed to it yet, have I? That's my only thing. I think so far, love everything about the game. The dialogue is super simplistic, which is fine. Like, there's no room for nuance. It's very straightforward, and it gets the point across. It's like, here's your mission, execute it. So I like that. I like the straightforward approach. It's just different than what I've experienced with other games. So it's kind of fun. It's fun, it's different, but it's also, it's just, it is what it is, you know?
Left for you on your way out of Coleridge Prison.
I don't think there's a lot of hidden meaning behind anything, so there's not going to be a lot for me trying to predict.
Go see him when you can.
Okay. Like, the writing's good, it just explains everything to the player. So there's no need for you to do any kind of critical thinking, additionally, which is simplistic, and sometimes you want that in a game. So it's an apricot tartlet. That looks so good. Dang, whiskey straight from the bottle. Well, I already explored most of it, so we can go talk to Piero. I want to talk to you more, though. It's so impressive how all the faces have a similar style but look drastically different.
What it means to work with a man who stood at the Empress's right hand. We can't bring her back, but at least we have the man she trusted most. And maybe we can help you right some of the wrongs done to you.
How do they know?
Mine, but please, treat it as your home.
How do they know for a fact it wasn't me?
Piero still wants a word with you. He's not a diplomat, but he's a brilliant man. Samuel is a blessing. Without him, we couldn't navigate the waters of the river at night. We keep our lights low to avoid prying eyes.
He seems like a good wig.
What I wouldn't give to be back at sea.
Back at sea.
I told them I'd be damned if I sail under a usurper's flag. You should have seen their faces. Curse the Lord Regent.
Okay, yeah, so that's what yep.
I might have taken to piracy after the Navy, but then inspiration struck me, and I started assembling our little group here.
You know, the Lord Regent's probably not even the Emperor, because there was an Emperor, right? But it's probably not him. It's the Lord, I guess the Lord Regent could be anyone who's reigning as the Regent in her absence. So that could have been one of the two people that framed me, right? It wouldn't be the Spy Master, but could it be the Overseer? We've just heard him referred to as the Lord Regent.
The Empire was built on its navy. Never forget that. I served proudly until the bureaucrats took over. Pendleton's a good man. He used to be close to that snake, the Lord Regent himself.
Right.
Don't be fooled by the fact that Pendleton's a noble, though. Not all of them are terrible.
I've met a couple good ones in my time, right? I mean, there's Emily. She's young, but
I bought
still.
this bar years ago.
She seems like a good
happy
egg.
times here before the plague hit the city. Before the Empress was killed and everything went to shit. We'll make it right
The
again.
smoke in my face. That's actually really cool. We'll make it right again. I like the attention to detail in the environment, including, I know I just keep talking about that, but specifically like the beer going lower after he drank it. Look at the hounds up here in the stained glass. Piero. I want to talk to Pendleton again. What's down here? Jump off. Oh. What do we have here? I need my first mission. Oh, there's a ton of whale oil. And the wrenches. Wrenches everywhere. Seems like it's intentionally lighting something up. No. District sewer key. Oh. Grab it. Up. And jump off. Okay, so he's that way, but where? Let's go back. Let's go to Pendleton's room. Oh, hey. Hey. That's Wallace, right? That was Wallace. He should be in here. He is.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent.
I like your buttons.
Back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard.
So Hiram is the Lord Regent right now. Okay, yeah. So I assumed it was the Emperor. But I must have, what happened to the Emperor? Did he die and then the Empress took over? There was something in the, let me get this straight. So it is Hiram who took over. That scallywag. What a little, okay, yeah. I'm going through. Empress Jessamine. Gameplay combat. Let's go to story. Story overview. On the Isle of Crystal. Crime and gang activity. Weeks ago, the Empress detached you. I know there was some kind of mention of the Emperor, right? No, maybe not. Maybe I wanted there to be. I guess not, but... So it's Hiram.
Tell you that.
From Spy Master to Lord Regent? What a slimy snake.
There's something distinguished about you, Corvo. Was there nobility back in your family line? I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait a minute.
Did you know I'm distant kin to the late Empress and her line? Not close enough, sadly. I'll never be Emperor.
He's like a little, what is it, little finger?
Most of the nobility went straight over to the Lord Regent's side after the Empress died. Easiest thing to do. But to me, a noble birth requires a sense of loyalty.
His character is busy.
This city has fallen into ruin since the plague struck.
Oh.
These poor weepers moaning and
Weepers?
bleeding from the eyes.
The eyes,
They
the
say
blood
there's
from
no
the
cure for the
eyes.
plague once it advances that far.
That's what they are.
Terrible.
That's what the reference to the blood in the eyes is. Weepers. Weepers bleeding or crying blood. Y'all, I think there's a bit of foreshadowing. So we're obviously the outsider. But I'm wondering... Is it here? I'm wondering if we might be related to Tivian royalty. Perhaps.
To bring them to the city watch.
Perhaps, perhaps. Just maybe. Okay, there's one more person I wanted to talk to before I talk to Piero. Where is Madame? Cecilia? Cecily? Says something? There's no other people in this area. Okay. What? Piero's workshop. Oh, this was closed before. Yeah, this was closed. Hey, check it out. Copper wire. This was. Weepers. The outsider walks among us. Tivian ore. How did I miss so much stuff? I thought I was being thorough. I guess I didn't really go here. Piero.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
Oh. Will you now?
No,
that's the mask. That's the mask.
Whale oil's running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place?
I actually already have some.
Oil's unstable.
That's the mask.
When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Okay.
That one is empty. A new tank.
Okay, drop it. Well, I gotta move it. We don't want your workshop to be disgusting and disheveled. Oh, star charts, southern skies, 75 coin, and Sokolov technology in New Age. One of the advances of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil that they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman, or even the lower guardsmen of the city watch, can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Snap. Full-blown explosion. Kind of want to use the vice. That's fun. It goes back. Look, there's that too. A second solution. Piero's request denied. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal? Tivian ore? What's wrong with the metals and crystal? King Sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy, everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly. But this is my bar, and what's left of it? We're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, I stole everything, building materials, and everything else. So you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half of the city is in ruin, so no one would miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Dang, Havelock. Rude. I'm eating his jelly deals and his medicinal herbs as he needs some. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna save this one for after my voice recovers. That note has been added. Man, I really need this voice to come back. Look at that. It's like a portal. It indicates something. It's definitely indicative of something. I don't know what yet, but we're gonna find out. Piero's remedy. Yeah, he was the one to make that. Right. Piero's the one to improve the emotional energy of women. I love all these books. It's just my voice right now. I'm living for the lore. But my whale oil refining station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it into the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refining process. Once refining is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Graves Oil Company has done something correctly, for once. There's hemlock essence, whale oil tax.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
That's what he's implying, right? The same the same essence and structure of the whales that produces the oil to implement in humans?
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being
By process of adaptation.
produce high energy humors in the body.
So applying pressure.
I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then
Yeah.
observe them for years if need be. See if the formulation of energetic substances developed. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
The legal amnesty. Whale oil processing. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. That's vile. The vivisection. Okay, I'm gonna save these. I'm gonna pick them up. We've got a lot of reading to do when I get my voice back, because it's also gonna give me insight to these characters, and I need that. Failed experience, dead encounters. Failed experience, wait. There. Yeah. I'm gonna save you guys from my shriveled voice, my shrieking, shrill voice. But we will, rest assured, we'll go back and read them. It's crazy. So we're gonna repair this tank. Drop. Pick up. So the process is as follows. Oh, it's dripping, it's dripping. All right, connect empty tank to pump nozzle, pull lever, and wait for tank to fill. Remove tank. But that's if I need another one, but I already have a full one. Do. Here you go.
Perfect. Now plug it in.
That's really efficient.
Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Oh, okay. Not now, Piero. I'm a real man in the Iron Mask situation. Okay, this is cool. This is the coins. Grenades. Spring razor upgrades. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What? Mass optics. This whole time I thought I was like part man, part machine, but it's just a mask. Allows you to magnify your view. Bullet capacity. Bone charm capacity. We haven't found a bone charm yet. Sword crossing. Oh, this is so brilliant. Crossbow accuracy. I mean, I have a ton. I'm gonna do mask optics for 300. Yes. And let's do bone charm capacity. And then we'll also do pistol upgrade. Wait, no. Crossbow, makes your sword more effective when locking blades and pushing against an enemy. I like that, but I'm trying to be stealthy. So let's go crossbow accuracy so I can shoot more sleep darts. And then I'll save the rest of my money. Thanks, Piero.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon.
Thanks, dude.
You should rest while you can.
Oh, well. I've been caught in the act. Yes, you're right. I'd like to look around for a little bit before I go to bed.
Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Okay. Read the craftsman tutorial. Piero can craft and upgrade gear with the money you collect. Bringing collected blueprints to Piero will allow you to upload. Oh, nice. Unlock new upgrades. Yes. This is going to be amazing. So Piero's kind of the brilliant scientist who has different ways of going about things, but still gets quite the job done. Even if it is a little unorthodox. Empty tank. I didn't have to bring the empty tank back. That's funny. Hello.
Tell me what I can make for you.
Not now, Piero. Not now. He's cracking me up, though. It's nice he has a little balcony.
The academy was explosive, for lack of a better word.
His break.
I had to rebuild from scratch, but so much the better. I was sick of using tools made by lesser men.
Fair.
You must have known Sokolov at
Yeah.
Clever, yes, but fundamentally a second-rate mind.
Yeah, I have to say, I enjoy the writing on the NPCs more than the main mission dialogue. It's a bit strange, but I don't know how to describe it. I guess it feels really natural. Like they've done a really good job at writing all the other characters. Just the everyday conversations. Well, I think I looked around enough. We just have more reading that I needed to do. So let's go to my bed. I feel like I found almost everything. The only thing is, I want that. Let me get that. Not like that. Don't make this weird. But you know what I mean. I want the key. I like their movement too. Is this where you sleep, Samuel? Samuel, come on. You can stay in the inn.
Once served on.
Surely. Oh, my controller. Surely.
Admiral Havelock. Captain Havelock then. I don't know if he remembers me, but I fear it's rude to ask.
Oh.
I don't want to embarrass him.
That's actually sweet.
I was just a common riverman, hauling parcels and such along the river. But I know how to keep my trap shut, I do. This is about as far downriver as I care to go. Toward the flooded district, the river's thick with corpses.
They just throw the corpses in the water?
I've seen battles in my younger years, and I see you've got the stuff.
Hey.
Say the word, and I'll back you. All of the little people in the city like me, we miss the Empress something terrible. And the fact that young Lady Emily is out there somewhere still lost, it's just too much for most folks to think about.
She really cared about her people. There's something so genuine about Samuel's. I'm gonna come to care about these people and then they're gonna be ripped from us or killed or something and I'm gonna be sad. Hey. Looky. I feel slightly, I don't want to say... Hello?
You've met Piero. Good.
Yes?
You'll want to get some rest now. You'll be needed soon.
Okay.
Lord Pendleton's servant, Wallace, awaits you upstairs. He can show you to your chambers. Sleep well.
Do you want to put that somewhere else? We'll put it out somewhere else. Is there ashtrays? You're gonna ruin the floor. Okay, I'm not worried about it. Not my bar, not my problem. That's what I say. Just I'm afraid he's ruining the beautiful architecture. Just There's one girl that I'm trying to find. I can't see her anywhere. But whose room is connected to mine?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Attention
Of
all
course he
citizens.
didn't.
Curfew
People are
extends from
foolish and
sundown
believe
to
whatever they're
sunrise
told.
unless
Okay.
you are otherwise
If
authorized.
the Admiral trusts him, then
Violators
so will
will
I.
be subject to interrogation and detained when necessary. Remember.
Oh, hey, Cecilia. I was just thinking about you.
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right. Admiral Havelock made it very clear that we aren't to carry lamps outside. Maybe you haven't seen much of it, but the city has changed a great deal after the Empress died. Since the Lord Regent took over, the city watch is best avoided. Most people try not to go outside at all. We can't
Absolutely
leave
oppressing them.
I've nowhere to go anyway. My apartment was in the flooded district.
Oh, she probably had loved ones there too. Wallace.
Please follow me to your quarters. This building has stood here for over 3 centuries. As long as Lord Pendleton calls it home, I would defend it with my
Are you
life.
showing me?
I may well have to.
Okay. I want him to, you know, that's his job. I'm gonna let him. I know where to go, but. Oh, I like the patches on the elbow too. Little Sherlock energy happening here. I want to know about this floor. What's blocked here? What is that?
This building has stood here for over 3 centuries. As long as
All right,
Lord
Wallace, go,
Pendleton calls
go,
it home,
go,
I would defend it with
Wallace.
my life. I may well have to.
Okay. 3rd floor. The background music's very subtle, but it's just this nice little undercurrent.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The old port district has been
Telling you.
the evacuation list.
There's something in that building. And that's above Piero's shop, isn't it? No, 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 no. That's Piero's shop. So yeah, who's there?
Will remain in effect through the month of
This is
rain.
your room.
Stay
It was
alert
chosen to
and
give you
stay loyal.
privacy. I understand you'll need your rest.
Everybody's really laying it on thick that I need my rest. Okay, before we sleep, let's get a save, and I'm gonna step out for 1 second, and we'll be back and take a nap. Maybe try to read some of that stuff before we go to the next part, because I feel like the main mission's gonna start as soon as I sleep. Everyone's hinting at it. I'll be right back. We are so back, and so is my voice. Kind of. It's better than it has been, which means before we nap, I want to catch up on our reading, which I shouldn't be straining my voice further, but I feel like if I get too far, I'm going to forget about this stuff. So let's read A Gaffer's Tale Volume 1, and then we have Volume 2. A Gaffer's Tale Volume 1, or A Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so. I like that music in the background where it comes to like as the wind and pounding waves, racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first several months than I had in my previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me, so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy, with muscle weather creases already wrinkling the corner of my eyes. But she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Purpose was whaling? Really? Okay. To each their own. Real Horatio Hornblower. A gaffer's final passage, so same thing. Excerpt from the travel of a whaler in his final years. After more than a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the Isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime. But it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. That must have been Jasmine. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. This was recent. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of a known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandacia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, singing among the waves under the moonlight, only to be speared by an ugly, weathered, scarred man. Only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other for a pair of good boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whales we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bittered, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. Oh my goodness. What a harrowing tale. And what happened to Nina too. So we found the gaffer's tale in the apartment of, what's his name? In the apartment of, of Havelock. I'm still trying to get everyone's names right. Man. And that would have been relatively recent, and they said the Lord Regent too. But Nina passed away in early years. Does that mean he's still out there? He says that the world has beaten him, but he might still, it seems as though he's still alive. Promises in Dunwall, you know. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together. Yeah. It's interesting that he writes of Tivia still like this, and if this is a tale, well, this is of the earlier, okay, that's what it is. This is of the young whaler. And then his second tale has completely changed his tone. You can even feel it too. In this, he's so wide-eyed and bushy-tailed at the world and its possibilities, not knowing how it would crush him. You have to keep that inner child alive, but that's one of the hardest things in life. Yeah, especially because he even talks about, and I think some of that has to do with the more repetitive and the more you see the same things day in and day out, it's easy to feel worn down because naturally that childlike curiosity and wonder comes from new experiences. But he even speaks of everything felt the same. He's been to all the corners of the world and nothing felt vibrant anymore. Nothing felt unique anymore. I don't know why that's such a touching tale. So we also have, I think it's this one. No, not that. I think it's the second solution. Yeah. Okay. By Piero Joplin. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy, a name I did not choose if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. Why remarkable? I feel like a man of science would find something about the idea of a plague to be remarkable because of its grand, just the sheer speed and size in which it spreads. There's something that he admires in it because of it being nature, even if it's despicable. I say remarkable. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. There we go. He explains it. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. Yep. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwell, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I've studied it within the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague, equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. And it is this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variance in the key ingredients makes up Piero's remedy. Ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River. It is a hag. Oh no, it's not a slaughterfish, it's a hagfish. Oh, okay. It's a hagfish, which I should have known because we saw hagfish eggs. So the second solution. There's an ego there too, though. Like, he has to feel superior in his intellect to those that rival or come in contrast. Yeah. Whale vivisection. I think we read this, right? No, we did not. Whaling process I read, and then I stopped at these three, so let's read these as well. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variants, and no, I did read this. On the second leg of the trip. Maybe not, maybe not. Minor variants in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, each of tibia. There's so much mention of tibia. The crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. I estimated that she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. It's terrible to read about it. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found row upon row of teeth, and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Yeah, they're, oh my goodness. It's like what they feed through plankton and things like that, correct? I know, I can picture it. All of my David Attenborough, like, videos that I've seen coming back in. Or my True Facts. Oh, I love the True Facts guy. Okay, dead counter responsibilities. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis. The dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of edict and curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers. Yeah, the blood in the eyes, in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test, and if accepted, for the 2-week training tour. Pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 and 1.5 normal pay grade. I suppose a lot of people would join just to be able to get elixirs for their loved ones, no doubt. I like that you can see the text in the background too. Like this is such a satisfying layout and text and pop-up. And then the last one is failed experiments before we're ready to finally take our nap. Excerpt from a series of lectures on natural philosophy by Piero. Of course I have attempted to improve upon Sokolov's designs. Of course, and why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community, striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this. Despite the glamour of genius, he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy. Academy itself. Hold on. There we go. Okay, my voice is back. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylons or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. I kind of enjoy this excerpt, mostly because it reminds me of Dr. Frankenstein. I think very much it's those that especially in a time like this, anytime the unknown is scary and leads to questions and whispers and all that sort of stuff. But I kind of like that last line, your laughter, your condescending smiles. They are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. And is it not those who take risks that end up having the greatest leaps in potential and technology? And, it all started with a crazy idea. What if we had lamps powered by electricity? What if we had da-da-da? And yeah, that's actually a really good... I like Piero. I can see that he's troubled and kept up at night by his own desire to, I think, change the world. People like Piero, you can already tell he wants to leave a legacy, but not in the same way that Sokolov does. Sokolov wants to prove that he's better than other people. Piero wants to prove to his peers that he's not the madman that they speak of. I think a lot of people. So I think he still has something to prove, but it's in a different way. I think if anything, it's him proving that his brain was wasted not, in this whole life. It's not for the other people's. I think that's why he probably doesn't mind people gossiping, although he does because he writes about it multiple times. So it still does get under his skin, but complicated and complex characters. I love it. I love it. I could technically upgrade more stuff as well, but I'm gonna wait. Okay, let's take a nap now that we're caught up on all our reading. I'll go to sleep now. There's a single pillow on the bed. That's my type of bed though. Just like one tiny little, I don't even like a pillow. Somewhere else. Somewhere else. There's no bio to this. Just says somewhere else. ... The pitter-patter of the rain. Oh. The mood and the atmosphere, the mystery. Wow. Look at that detail. Wait, I ripped my sheet off. My sheet's not even here anymore. And my pillow's tossed aside. Beautiful pillow. I guess I had a troubled night's rest. That's my favorite noise. Rain pitter-pattering on a tin roof. Can lull me to sleep even probably after wait. This is blocked in. Interesting. Wait. Now this is blocked in. It could lull me to sleep even after multiple energy drinks. This was not walled up. Am I Corvo? Or perhaps it... No, this is all so similar to Corvo's. New objective. A visit from the outsider. Something's not quite right. The outsider's not me. The outsider. Visit from the outsider. This is not... My room is different. Because I'm not even where... Strange gravity? What? Supernatural abilities. That was what... I'm truly nowhere. Well, I know it said somewhere else, but... This is brilliant. Oh. The lamps. What? Oh my... The plot thickens. This is beautiful.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world. Great forces that we can call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power. My gift to you. Come find me.
Come find me. This is my mark. Power blink. But these people, the people who murdered the Empress and the people who stole Emily, they had these powers, right? They weren't just normal assassins, right? So are they outsiders? That doesn't mean that I'm an outsider, right? If you have the mark, are you an outsider? Press LT to execute a fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. You can also use it to move upward, but the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forward and climb up. Hold LT to target your destination with precision. A blue sphere indicates that you should reach your destination. Blue sphere. A blue arrow indicates that you will climb up. When you reach your destination, a visit from the outsider. This is my mark, use it wisely. So anyone can be pulled into this? A world between worlds. Look at the water going up. A leap of faith. I like how Mark was capitalized as well. But I think other people had this. And he said, come and find me. But the people who saved me, they didn't know that I would get this ability, did they? They just knew that I was strong. But now someone else is interested in me. To what? Become an outsider? Oh, wait, look, I'm going back to Jessamine body. Yeah. This is cancel blink. Whoa, look up there. Okay, so that means I'll climb up. The boats. This is like the boat that I came in on. Is this world between worlds pieces of our reality? A fragment in memory? What is that over there? It's moving like an animal. Okay, I could go all the way over here. Holy cow, this thing is crazy. Can I go up there? Cancel. I guess you can cancel. Ow. Okay, I want to try. Wait. Cancel blink. Okay. Just fallen letter. So we can read, we can go. Wait, how is that possible? Spiritual remedy. How is that possible? How can I go back to another time and read her letter? Use blink. A visit from the outsider. Use your blink power. That's what he meant. He meant come and find me in this realm, not come and find me in reality. I'm following after him. That's what it is. Powers? Powers? Here's all. Okay, I think they did give us all of the powers that we have. I've got the power. Dark vision. Blink 1. That's right, level 2. And runes. Here, restores mana. Use the quick access wheel to consume it. Fallen letter. You cannot save her. You cannot save her. You cannot save her. You cannot save her. So it wasn't about us reading the actual letter. Man. This does feel like a mashup of memories and nightmares and dreams. So in order to blink, boop, I'm gonna need to consume. Well, actually, it's loading back. Do you see it building back up? So when I died, I lost it quite permanently. Ah! Shoot. I need to go faster. I feel like I stop a little short, so we should go a little further. There we go. Watch your step. Why am I stopping short? Is it too great a distance? Okay, you have to match up the lower part. That's what it is. So the... Did you see that? I automatically consumed one. So the lower is showing that I'm gonna fall. So you have to match up there. Got it. Who are these people? Emily. Emily, wait, whale, oil, fish. The black crab. River. Yeah, did you see that? It automatically, once I ran out, it automatically refilled and consumed. Emily. Is that not the same guy? The same gent? Maybe not. Same hair. Corvo. I'm very sad. They say that you're dead like mother. But I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it. So please come for me if you can. They look like twins. Or brothers. Must be the same hairstyle. But how come that one said you cannot save me and this one I actually feel like this is manipulation? Why would I be able to see hers? But not... Oh. Does this look like anything we've ever seen before? Maybe part of our nightmares. The flowers. The wind. A bit of a challenge. So I need to get closer. There. Another chest. Ah. The Lord Regent. No. Tossing the pieces up. The watchtowers. Dunwall. Bastilian? What if it was another play by another country? What if it was a play by another country? There's a whale. It was a whale. Oxen. Maybe these are the different things happening currently. Oh man, these guys are shooting these two people. Like these are things that are all happening at the same time right now. Look at that thing's moving really fast compared to everything else. Olgers swear the dogs. These are the watchmen. Okay, so to use blink to climb. Well, wait, can I not just do that? I can. Or another high surface. That must be one of the boxes for the... that powers it. We might be able to corrupt or turn off. I'm gonna test this. Yeah. Blink, blink. Those windswept trees. Candelabras. I go this way. Hello. Oh, you can blow the candles out. They really do let you do anything you want in this. The water flowing up. That whale crying out.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Oh, something about a somewhat anatomical heart. I don't know. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes, even through walls. The heart of a living thing. The heart beats and lights up when you're facing a bone charm or rune, and it'll beat faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press LT while targeting a person or location. I'm not sure about this. It's always the anatomical hearts that get me. Why can't it just be a nice little...
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time's meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort in bones gnawed by deep.
Who walks here? Cradle songs of comfort.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom. I can feel a great age ending. This place is the end of all things.
And the beginning.
And the beginning. All of time's meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights.
She's doing it again.
The one who walks here is all things.
It's just repeating. I don't feel comforted by that.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power.
The black arts.
And this place is their doom.
So I've desperate enough to, well, I didn't really have a choice. I feel like the dark arts were thrust upon me. I feel like I didn't have a choice. He just was like, here's my mark, take it. I don't know, what am I gonna do? What are you gonna do when you warp into this area? What does someone do in this situation? Let me try blinking up here. I don't know. I felt like there wasn't really an option. Oh, hey, check it out. It is so ethereal, but that's terrifying too. The end and the beginning. This place will devour it all. What's floating in the sky? Hagfish? I was not expecting this amount of, I guess, black magic, witchcraft, something otherworldly, doom feeling. I need to get that heart back. So you go to the wheel and you put the heart back on. And it's blinking this way. Of course, the rune. I want to go back to the people and see if I can hear them talking. But they're, of course, just figments of imagination. Rune down there. I don't know why, but I have absolute chills. I don't know, something is so unsettling about this whole place. No doubt, by design. It wants me down there. The only thing is, with an idea like that and a place that exists like this entire story, won't it need to answer to this? This is the tower. Isn't this that tower outside of my room? That has someone staying in there, no? Doesn't it seem like it? This feels like that tower of mystery.
They are burning whales. This place is the end of all things. And the beginning. All of time is meaningless here.
Look at this.
Neither
Yeah.
seconds, nor centuries.
This is like a child's room. What?
Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky.
There's glasses, empty bottles. Maybe this isn't. Ah! What? This is completely throwing me off. Books. This horse. It's like the four horsemen of the apocalypse or something.
The one who walks here is all things.
Cradle.
Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth.
Bones gnawed by teeth. Bones gnawed by teeth. What does that really mean that he is, though? What does that really mean? Bell tower. I'm trying to explore and get everything. I don't want to miss anything. Oh.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts
Draw their power.
And this place is their doom.
This is where they get their power, but it also is their doom. Meaning it comes at the sacrifice of themselves. It gives and it takes. A rune. My first rune. Runes and acquiring powers. Once you've collected some runes, open the journal and go to the power section to exchange them for powers. Runes can be collected and used to acquire supernatural powers. Here we go. Wants me to acquire dark vision. Ooh! See the dark and see living beings through walls, including their fields of vision. Representations of sounds that you make are also visible. Oh, I like that they give you a strategic tip. Dark vision is highly useful for stealth, allowing you to watch enemies from behind walls before approaching them. Seeing an enemy's face and view cone gives you a significant advantage in terms of sneaking. With this power active, you can see visual representations of sound you make as well, which further aids in sneaking and understanding stealth. I'll read the level 2 whenever I go to do that. Power dark vision. Okay, so hold LT to see in the dark to reveal living beings through walls. And then level 2 shows you important items. I like the level 2.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
I feel like some other entity, some super being or something like a god has taken, or, you know, just this power, whatever he is, has just decided to meddle with mortals. And this is like one of them brought upon a plague. And then this one is like, well, I'm going to give people this power to see what they do with it. I don't know. I feel like I'm just a play toy or a puppet to greater beings beyond our own imagination. It's so interesting. And I love the fantasy magic aspect of this mixed with this kind of element of memories or fragmented pieces that feel like reality. It's all intertwining to this great, I don't even know, just I feel like it's a play or a musical or like I'm stepping completely into this whole story that's been written in a book and somebody's opened it up and we're playing the protagonist and we're seeing it. He said that there's other people before us and I wonder what happened to them. Although he also said that there's marks within the city. So there are other people that clearly worship this outsider or have knowledge of the outsider enough to lay runes or at least serve them in some way. But here's the thing. Just because someone gives you this big old power, look, we all know with great power comes great responsibility. However, I tend to not trust somebody who spawns me into the beginning and the end, the edge of time, but also no time, where time exists and time also is absent. All of this. When I get warped there and then I get given a superpower, it doesn't exactly make me trust the person. What's your agenda? What do you want me to do? Am I just fulfilling a destiny that I was predetermined for? Do I have a choice in this? Hidden allies. Hidden in an old bar on the river. Your new allies have plans to share with you. Meet with the Loyalists Inner Circle to learn what they've got in mind. Okay, I'm going to step out for 1 second and then we're going to find out what our hidden allies have in mind for us. Inspect your hand. Inspect your neighbor's faces. Mission clues. The heart. Man, what a fever dream. Piero is an inventor who is available to craft and upgrade equipment, right? Piero spends most of his time in his workshop. Samuel, the boatman, has smuggled you across the river from Coldridge Prison. That must have been the one before. Yeah, he works for an underground movement opposed to the illegal reign of the Lord Regent, and has brought you to meet the members of the organization. That was from before. Previous clue. A new day. Speak to Admiral Havelock in the bar. And all the letters. I got to keep the fallen letter and Emily's letter. I hope she's okay. It makes me think the Lord Regent doesn't have her, but another nation. What? The heart. The boner. What? I mean, rune or bone or charm. Bone charm. I can't catch a break with this. I was trying to say bone or charm. I'm done. I don't want to hear it. I'm not even live streaming this. This is all pre-recorded. And I already know you guys are going to get off me for this. It's because I don't have my voice right now, so my pronunciation's even worse. I don't want to hear it. Don't. Sorry, say that again? What did she say? Okay, hold on. Here's my stuff. So your wheel's gonna get intense. So we want to switch over here. I want my heart quick casted. My blink over here. And I want my crossbow over here. And I might as well quick. Let's do that. I do think I've tapped into the dark arts, and I don't know how I feel about it. What is all this stuff? Wait, I feel like I'm being overwhelmed with things. This isn't real. There's too many things calling to me.
Somewhere in the basements below, hound kills hound, and money changes hands. Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time. Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river.
Men or hound.
Men or hound. They all go in. They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons.
Bone charms provide small supernatural benefits. Locate them by listening for the song they emit. By default, you can activate up to 3 bone charms at once in the bone charm section of the journal. Okay, so I know that we were reading a little bit of this when I walked through the manual, but no one prepared me for how epic this is. Like this, surely this has influenced a ton of other games after. Like there's something so electric about this, but just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just drawing me in. It's like there's a supernatural grip on me that I have to play all of this instantly. And I don't know how, it's so good. And it was good before this. But all of this aspect of it too, and the whispering, something about holding the heart, and it telling us all of these little subtleties and reading the nuance between situations and people, it's brilliant and terrifying, and I love it. I love it. Bone charms.
Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands.
White Rot's friend.
They stood in a circle around the candles and cut their hands to form their alliance.
A brotherhood.
Hissed as it touched the flames.
A brotherhood.
The conspirators have found a safe home here. They take great care that they are not followed. The ale here is sweetened with honey to hide the taste of river brine.
Ew.
The sober speak in whispers. The
drunk
bellow.
Yeah.
Fortunes have been won here, and lives have been lost.
I've got to go back and read that because I read what the bone charm said, but I also lost it. What? Okay, so we can have 4 charms. There's so many bone charms. White Rat's friend. White rats won't attack you. Gutter faced. White rats can be consumed for mana. Shop whiskey bottles explode with greater intensity. Damage from explosions reduced slightly. Win sword-to-sword contests more frequently. Wall put fence around. What?
The old man claimed a dark corner and drank himself into oblivion.
I just got an artifact.
The doom of Pandacia has come to the city. Somewhere in the basements below, pound kills heaven,
Okay.
and money changes
Coin.
hands.
The royal spy. That's everything. That's everything that we pouch. Slackjaw. Early life and criminal record, Slackjaw. You want the chinwag on Slackjaw? What he was like when he was young, before he got his name? Oh, he's got a cool head now. But it weren't always like that in the days before he was the boss of the Bottle Street gang. Time was, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanages, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. As hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little ones anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots, when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with a plan, give everyone some part to play, and decide on the split. Most of us just went along, because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin. Plus, none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. He worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as such as was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up, running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all taking in a body shot in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are up there in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us.
Mike gets a wild idea he wasn't big on planning, and throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw. Hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's gonna be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door, and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks and Slackjaw actually pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach to a long line off the side of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off at it at different angles. Slackjaw's got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reached his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the street, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out of the side door bellowing like a blue dox, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins, and the shark hooks bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. Oh! He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with a broken jaw, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm. Hooks sunk into Mike the Fish. I mean, calling him Mike the Fish is a recipe for disaster when you see a fish hook. Like, I don't know what they expected. Just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that and using his left hand. But he was a big guy, and it took a lot of stabbing before he went into his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. It just kept going and going, until finally it was just Mike the Fish, blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck it to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses, telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb. But apparently Slackjaw wasn't expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market. Another slipping and falling into the water, out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly opened wide and a Tivian pear stuffed into his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters offering to the underbosses, telling him they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-eyed Trish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business, real neat-like, calling in favors and smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing what he could be like as a boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys at the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spy Master's snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and what had just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers and the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay, and that things would be run properly from now on, without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first, it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick, and everyone wanted to buy those potions, from Sokolov or Piero. Health elixir or spiritual remedy, they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still, where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. With pretty soon everyone in the slums was sick and business was good. But after a while, there were so many people down with the plague that everybody got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty, and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. That's an interesting choice of word. The void. Spy Master Burroughs took over, and the watch started using all that new Sokolov technology. Sokolov. Watchtowers, tall boys, and them arc pylons. They put up a wall of light across Claverian Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us all again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch, with their taxes and rations, and that's kept us alive so far. Crowley, Bottle Street Gang, that is quite a bio on Slackjaw. And truly terrifying, and does not make me want to cross paths with him, even though we know that's exactly what's going to happen. Let's only hope that we become friend and not foe to Slackjaw, because that was a brutal way for him to take out his competition, and then for everyone to just end up dead. That is truly terrifying. Mystical artifacts. I love how thorough that is. This mystical whale artifacts. Granny rags. The thought and effort they put into reminds me a lot of how many books there were in Skyrim, and I loved them. Like, reading the books in Skyrim, not only do you get such a respect and way for the world, but again, I guess it adds to a little bit of environmental storytelling, but a lot of what brings you into a world is the reading, and it's a bit of a shame because a lot of people, again, I know it is a lot of reading, but this was the same way in Prey, and I just felt like you understood the complexities and nuances of the life and the world so much more when you got to read between the big plot points, when you read about the people that lived here, the people that you're going to encounter. Like, we know we're going to meet Slackjaw. It's why they give us that, because they're trying to set you up and see. So I wanted to look at this real quick. So the bone charms are like 3 bones with runes on them, and then some kind of metal fixture to it too. Intentionally 3. Must be. In Sword versus Sword. We picked up a lot. We got Fire Watcher. We knew this. The Raven. Drop assassinations give you a bit of health. Quick dodge. Enemies miss more often with arrows and bolts. I like that. I'll take that. I don't know what to do with the rats. I think that's situational. Delicate touch, breaking glass sound is moderately reduced. River affinity, swim speed is slightly increased. I like that. The voyeur, moderate keyhole peeping magnification. What? Breath capacity in water is slightly, I guess I can turn this on at any point. Power effect slightly improved. Void channel. It's called the Void. And Dunwall slipping right into the void. That's the perfect way to describe it. It's no world between worlds. The Void. Mystical rat artifact. Where is it? Mystical rat artifact. The artifacts go somewhere else, right? Gadgets. A strange artifact that appears to have a will of its own. It leads you towards runes and bone charms, whispering secrets along the way. There. This is the upgrades that I got. So that was the one upgrade. The fish artifact enables one additional bone charm. Mystical wolfhound, whale artifact, and rat. I don't want to call them out specifically, but I feel like there's definitely been influences that this game has led in more recent titles that I've seen. Rumors and sightings. Dodd is related to the DLC. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that one. The Royal Spy. So much context. It's a good thing that I got my voice back at least a little bit. All right, field survey notes. The Royal Spy. I feel like this episode is just me reading, but that's okay. We gotta lay the groundwork, you know? We gotta know the situation. This is the 4th day, month of high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I'd expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning. I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day, removing the heads that need removing. This is an excerpt from Hiram Burroughs. There you go. Dated several years earlier. From Royal Spy to Royal Pain in the Butt. He's terrifying. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that it is a little beyond her thinking. Against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us. But I know they do. They must. No, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the Royal Protector. That's me. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety. But a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us, no. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles. Yet her mother spoils her, and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl must rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. See, if he took over, then he sent her somewhere to make her become who he wants her to be in order to come back. And yeah, he sent her off somewhere. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in the day, Emperor Caldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't hear of it. The waterlock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday, the wrong person is going to slip in and will suffer for it. Mark my words, no amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. You know, it's all starting to make sense now, though, too. Do you guys remember when we first came into the tower through that water gate? And they said that Sokolov, who was in league with Hiram for the assassination and then blaming me, or I guess maybe, yeah, in league for blaming me and everything. Sokolov had just repaired it and updated it, which maybe granted the assassin's entry into it. Maybe that was it. I don't know. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for Sokolov's devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he is vain and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. Okay, wait, let me read that again. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for Sokolov's devices, yeah. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers of the Watch. Why do I worry so? When no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Something tells me he's not able to. It's actually probably falling apart even more the harder he tries to grasp it. Perhaps I've been working too hard. Dinner and an evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. Who is his lady? Hiram Burroughs' royal spymaster. A certain lady of refinement. Hiram, you dirty dog. Okay, we do need to read rumors and sightings, but I have to wait on that because my voice is starting to go again. This is quite possibly the worst timing for me to start this when my voice is on the way out. The Journal of Granny Rags. I want to read this. I gotta give it a second. Y'all.
Deals are made.
There it is.
Sometimes under the influence of wine.
Okay.
And sometimes the influence is the point of a
The,
knife.
the rune over there. Ow. Oopsie. Lost my balance. My bad. We want to go back to this. Heart.
Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river. Men or hound. They all go.
Let's test this out. Since I'm going in the water anyway and I have plenty of spaces, I might as well turn on all of the bone charms I can. So let's do, well, I don't care about breath capacity. I like that. River affinity. And I'll become White Rat's friends. And blast radius. Okay. It's located there. Look at that. I never saw it before. I'm getting attacked. Ow, get off of me. Get off of me.
They top off the wine with
Yeah.
river water. But eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from the cellars.
Rune. Play your way, powers. I'm a little worried that the more we lean into powers, the more I might get consumed by the void in the end. The powers you obtain from runes can be used creatively to defeat enemies or move through the environment. Blink from roof to roof, possess rats and fish, or slow time before rushing a group of enemies. I don't know, guys. I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but at the same time, there's something dark about this. There's something unnerving. Although it forces you to upgrade. Well, it doesn't force you, but it highly encourages you to upgrade. I have to believe that this isn't like Prey. I don't know. I didn't lean into the Typhon abilities then, but now I kind of want to. I want to lean. Okay, we're going all in, even if it consumes me. After all, what's a little black magic? What's a little dabble-a-do? Health is increased. Vitality. You have an extended health bar. At level 2, you regenerate more health faster. Oh. Your health is increased. So everything just upgrades to level 2. That's crazy. It's still showing. I'm just gonna go down. Oh, check it out. See tutorial. Oh, this is the, okay. It'll bring these back up whenever you want it. Wind Blast is gonna be super cool. I'm trying to get it to remove the mark that shows I have to check something out. I'm like, oi. Oi. Such a creative and clever game. Okay, there we go.
Their fate rests on your effort.
Optional.
On the strength of your hands.
Use the heart to find the root.
Your heart.
But if you don't have the heart on you, how will you know? Look at the dragonflies. Let's blink. See, that feels like dark magic. I don't know. Something whispering softly into my ear. Just, ow, let me go. Something's whispering, calling to me. The murmurs in the dark. Okay. I want to talk to my companions. Did I read this? Second solution. I want to know what's in the tower. That was in my dreams. Well, in the void. It was in the void. I don't see anything else.
They stood in a circle around the campus and cupped their hands to form their alliance. The blood hissed as it touched the flames.
I want to hear them, but I don't think he has anything to say. Let's go talk to everyone else real quick. Going this way. Good morning. Tell more whiskey. Or maybe it's the more you use your powers. Oh, hi, Cecilia.
Good day, Master Corvo.
Where, girl?
Lydia and I trade chores sometimes.
What is it?
I'm starting to think I never come out ahead. She's
Wait,
a smart one.
I can pull her in from behind? Are you telling me that I can assassinate her? I'm gonna save, and then I'm going to assassinate. Hold on. I want to see this. You could kill anyone! The Loyalist conspiracy is dissolved. That's crazy. Resume from last save. It's a good thing I saved. Why would they allow me to murder her then? No. Because they didn't think I was gonna do it? Don't look at me like that. I know. Okay, don't touch her. Don't touch her. Put your weapons away. Come on, Corvo. Wallace?
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sokonan chambermaid to wife. On second thought, the story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad here and there. There's a little Tivian blood in the Pendleton line.
Is there?
That's the worst anyone could say about them. I think it's come out in the brothers, just a little bit.
What's so bad with
Lord Trevor's pure as the Empress herself, I'm happy to say.
Okay. Over here with the mudblood conversation.
The Pendletons are quite wealthy, but they were noble long before that.
The Pendletons. It's definitely
You've
pinky.
heard rumors about the Pendleton mines being worked by slaves, I suppose. Never been there myself, and I refuse to believe it.
Yeah.
They say Custis Pendleton made an improper remark to the Empress once, and you ejected him from a state dinner before asking who he was. Well done, I say.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't mean you can say anything you want.
This plague has ruined the social season
Respect.
for all of us.
The social season? Wallace is an interesting character. He wants to believe the best in nobility and
the attic's to
people.
your liking. I've slept there myself on summer nights.
Cecilia.
I
Girl's
was
got some
knocked on the front
hips.
door a few nights ago for a joke. No one thought it was funny. My sister lost a tooth last month, fighting off some officer from the City Watch. The sooner the Lord Regent is gone, the better, I say. Just you wait. I'll own this place one day.
Oh.
I dreamed it.
I hope that happens. I hope that happens. By the end of this game, she better own this. Can we just admire how thorough their dialogue is? Like, they have so much conversation. It's incredible. They really care. They really put a lot of thought into it. And you just don't always see that. A lot of times you'll have like one or two Maybe 3. That door makes me think that the void is beyond it. I didn't check this side. Was there anything in here? Can I use the heart and my dark vision? I can. I can open this door now. I wasn't able to open this door before. Interesting. Very interesting. That's so pretty. Who lived here? Unless, is this the Trials of Aptitude? Yes, we've seen this. We've read this. Which must be put down. Such a fancy bedspread. Is this Cecilia's? Whose room is this? Jelly Deals. No, that's a light. Huh. Is this... I need to rest my voice. But we'll add it to the backlog. Audiograph. Dolls. Flowers. Call to the spheres. Okay, I can read this one. Volume 1. Actually, we'll wait till volume 2. Because just like the gaffer, I liked having multiple. It's crazy. Huh. Hey. Guess what I can do now? I could blink over there. I kind of want to try to blink there. Who stayed here?
Elementary sums. History of
Callista.
the Isles. Geography of the Isles.
Callista.
The 7 strictures. Litany of the White Cliff. Sayings of the Overseer. One day we'll get a few new books.
Oh. She feels like they have this only a couple books to read from. So we need to read The Feast after. Man, they've got fancy pillows. Let me make sure there's nothing. No coin. No coin. Even the mark under that, where the rust has kind of sunk into the carpet. Okay, I'm gonna try to... Is my blink there? Oh, I can't get that far. Oh, cancel blink. Blink. Oh. I love that. The blink is so cool. There's lights on over there. There must be something up above here. Let me see. Can I blink up? It won't allow me to. Unless I can get on that. No, it won't connect there. Ooh. Ah. Hello. Lydia.
I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs.
Pandician.
They found his ship drifting empty. You know, I tried to attend services with the overseers.
Did Lydia's voice change?
They've just gotten more and more, I don't know, rabid about the 7 strictures and witchcraft and all that nonsense.
Oh. The plague could be... Okay, so maybe the rat plague is summoned by some kind of witchcraft thing.
The Admiral's awfully distinguished, don't you?
The Admiral.
Everyone I know cried the day we heard the news about the Empress. Poor woman. And her little daughter lost.
And her little dog, too.
From what I understand, it just killed the Admiral to be cast out from the Navy. That was his life, before the Lord Regent came along.
Yeah.
Someone came and banged on the door a few nights ago. I thought Lord Pendleton would piss himself. Oh, begging your pardon. To think what I spend smuggling in wine for his lordship.
What I spent.
That Wallace can cook, yes. But the way he talks to us, You'd think he was a lord himself.
It's like the I'm associated with them, therefore I am one.
I'd work for you for a year for free if you managed to get that Lord Regent off the throne. None of the shops are open, all the business has dried up, and most people can't even walk the streets. That man's a blight on the city.
Anything else? Oh. Oh, wow, that's a big cigarette, girl. Okay. Where was that hiding? This might be some of the most thorough, like, actions and dialogue lines for characters. They put in so much effort. I gotta respect it. This feels like a Blinky, right? No, maybe not. What is that? Wait a minute. Does that not feel reminiscent of the Void? There's something more there. Piero?
Havelock stopped in earlier, but I forgot what he wanted. He's waiting to see you, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do for you?
Let's talk about upgrades. Let's see if he has anything new today. Oh, a rewire tool. Heck yeah. I have a lot of coins. I might as well. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. Bone, bullets, bones. Spring razor. I'm a sucker for upgrades in any game. Spring razor, radius crossbow. Pistol upgrade. Allows pistol upgrades, adds a short range. Sleep darts effect is immediate, even when combat. Yes, purchase that. Yeah. I want the sleep darts to be immediate. Then I want to buy more sleep darts. Yes. Oh, that's 30 per sleep dart? That's a lot. I'm gonna get a rewire tool. Rewire tool. Disable security devices or make them work in your favor by using a rewire tool. Look at that! On the circuitry panel for security devices you want to hack. This consumes a rewire tool. Rewired walls of light, arc pylons, and watchtowers will harm your enemies instead of you, while rewired alarms will be fully disabled. That's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Thanks, Piero. Well, let me see the other upgrades, because I have a lot of coin. I got a lot of coin. Oh my goodness, this episode's getting so long. It's, makes your sword more effective when locking. I mean, I'm tempted to do all of that, but I also think we should do bone capacity. Enables 2 additional bone charms to be active. I feel like might as well. Bone charms. Bone charms. We need all of the bonuses. Okay, now I can have 10. That's a lot. Do I even have 10? Drop assassinations. And we'll do... I don't really want to eat a rat. We'll do fire water until I find more. What is this key? Piero's workshop key. He also opened this up. This wasn't open before. Piero's workshop key. I bet you can blink up to some of these places, so we need to keep looking above as well. And now I can come in from this side. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the Admiral. Except, there is one thing I want to do. There's one thing I wanted to do. It's not this. I wanted to figure out a way into that. And this. I still don't have a way, do I? Just an abandoned apartment. But there is some stuff in there. But no keys that I see. No entry from up above. Okay, I'm finally gonna talk to him. Just double checking everything. Okay, I'll go this way. Admiral, hello. Hello there. Cancel blink, go back to this.
Well, let's get down to it.
Oh?
First off, I know that assassination is dark business. But sometimes, good men have to do bad things.
It's dark business.
Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand.
Oh.
It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers,
an
army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location.
Okay.
Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive.
I think she's in Tivia.
Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you.
I don't know why, I just feel like she's in Tivia. There's so much conversation at Tivia.
Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin.
Martin.
He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can.
Travel with
He's a
Samuel.
master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
We can help build the Loyalists.
Glad to see you got your rest, Corvo.
Or I guess restore.
Say, that's an interesting tattoo on your hand. Saw a lot of that in the Navy, but nothing quite like yours.
That's good to know.
Keep your eye out for Martin. I need him back here if we're going to pull this off.
Martin.
High Overseer Campbell tricked and bullied his way into power. The man is completely corrupt.
Yeah, I'd say so. I would say so. Absolutely.
The City Watch and the Overseers can't stand each other. The military doesn't mix well with a bunch of religious fanatics. You might be able to use that.
Okay. Exploit it?
Nervous? I would be. Tonight is the beginning of a new life.
I would be.
But you're killing for a just endeavor. Remember that. High Overseer Campbell is a bastard, and we've got to find Emily.
Okay.
The
true.
Overseers are a strange bunch, completely obsessed with the 7 strictures and hunting down heresy. I don't know if I believe in all that witchcraft.
Strictures.
I saw some odd things at sea.
Care to share? That's it. The Overseers. Where is Pendleton? I don't know what happened to him. We got Wallace. That's her. No, that's Celia, right? I think I'm butchering their names. Lydia? No.
Corvo. Hello.
Callista.
I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession.
Well, this isn't my profession. This is
Before
just
you
a
became an
temporary.
assassin.
No, this is a temporary assignment. This is not my current profession. Wait, what? Optional spare Captain Kernow? Before your. Alright, everybody relax. I was a protector, and I've happened to kill a couple of people. That doesn't make me an assassin. We need to stop throwing around the A word. High Overseer Camp, okay. Travel with is okay. Locate Emily, got it. Optional. My optional tasks are to spare Captain Kernow. Survive, okay. Ensure Captain survives his visit to the office of the, oh my goodness. Me trying to make sure that I do an optional, oh no. Okay. I'll see what I can do. Mission clues. Captain Kernow is a decent man, trying to make the best of a corrupt regime. And enact change from within. He's being met with resistance. Okay, we're gonna help him. I'm gonna do it. Don't look at me like that. I'm gonna try. I should probably go get some more sleep darts if I'm gonna pull this off. I mean, I might find some. Piero, I need some sleep darts.
What can I do for you?
I'm gonna try not to kill people. Try is the key word. Okay. Actually, I still have a decent amount of money, and I don't think I can spend it on anything else, so we might as well get upgrades where we can. let's go ahead and do crossbow range. That will be good because if I'm doing sleep darts, I need that. Nice. I haven't done the spring razor yet. Corvus pistol. I would say go all in on the crossbow for that silencing. And then let's do... Oh. That ups it from 10 to 20. Let's do that in case we find more. Boom. Headshot. Are we ready for our first mission? Well, I guess we've already had mission 1. Mission 2. Suppose I go to Samuel when I'm ready. Sounds like an alarm. Like a siren. Yeah, I don't think I'm seeing... I see her. Anything else with the heart? Samuel. Okay, before we do Samuel, I think this is a good place to stop because then we can put the whole mission and maybe my voice will be back. So I'm going to save here and I'm going to end this episode here because we got to do everything with the... Well, we escaped the prison. We got to go to the Hound Pits. We found out who we're going to be working alongside with. We got to see this void and essence of dark magic that we're leaning into now. We got to come into our powers. So now it's time to put our powers at play. Possession, then time. I am just worried about leaning into this. I'm so terrified of being consumed by the magic that's been given to us. You know, like I feel like you don't just get something for nothing. And what if it devours us all at the end? I guess I just need to do what I can to help Dunwall. You know, just help the people and do the best I can. And just make the best decisions I can in the moment. So for right now, I've leaned into and done whatever the tutorials told me to do. And I feel like if the game, I feel like the game would do that, but it was optional. It was optional. You didn't have to. You technically didn't have to upgrade. It just said, hey, put into this upgrade. I wonder if you can do a runeless run, if that makes sense. Kind of like a challenge run in a way. And yeah, so we're leaning into our magic powers. There's definitely some witchcraft going on. Like I said, I just get this feeling that we're being played with, like we're toyed, we're a puppet at someone else's just enjoyment and their entertainment. Same thing with the rat plague. Like I feel like the rat plague was cast upon by a higher being, and then this person we met, this outsider, decided to choose us to grant us abilities. But they must see something that everyone else sees, which is my ability to do whatever it takes, I guess, for a heroic take on saving people. I'd certainly lean into that, right? I don't really have... I wouldn't say that I don't have my own personal goals, but, you know, I'm the protagonist. I'm becoming the assassin. I just have been... I don't know, I right now I don't feel like my character is that complex outside of having powers and bone charms. I think Corvo is very straightforward as of right now just because he's always grown up being a protector, but there's more to him and we know that. So I'm looking forward to his character arc and seeing if, I guess as we play him, we can make him do different things and choose different paths. And so I'm just curious to see what different paths we're even allowed to take him down. Because right now he's just playing the hero and the protector and doing what's been told of us. But I guess even the powers are a choice, right? The powers are a choice. How we choose to either murder or to spare people's lives is a choice that will have impacts on the story. So as of right now, all I know is I will protect Emily at any cost. I have this parental determination, or just, I don't know, especially after the loss of her mother. I'm going to get Emily back no matter the cost. Even if it consumes my very being, I'm going to save her. I doubt I'll be able to save all of Dunwall, but I'll try my best. So in the time being, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I hope to see you guys the next time with a little bit more of my voice. And we will also pick back up and finish reading some of the journals that we didn't get to read in today's episode. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube.